What is up, everybody? It's me, Crashy, here, and today, as you can see, it's the first episode of what I, at least for now, am going to be calling the CEO show. And I just wanted to give it a title. I didn't originally have a name for it, but I wanted to give it a title, something that I could just, say that I'm adding an episode to, as opposed to just kind of like a series of vlogs or topics. And each one will, I'm not going to really count the episodes rather than just give them a name, because I don't really see the point of saying, I'm up to like 70 something. Well, I don't know. You'll know because you're seeing the video, but maybe I'll deliberate on that a bit. Maybe I will count the episodes. In any case, this is episode 1, and today I'm going to just be talking about Arcane Esports. It is my brand. It is, our esports team that we have. And as you can see in the title, it's going to be the W's of Arcane. So I kind of just want to intro the series as well, and I feel like what better way to do that than to actually talk about Arcane itself. And this may as well go on the Arcane channel as well. So we'll see. It's all subject, because I'm recording it, you're watching it. So I don't know. It's a pretty interesting concept. So anyways, where do you start? Who is Arcane Esports? Well, Arcane Esports is us. I mean, it's what we do, It's me, I'm the owner, currently the acting CEO. That may not always be that way. I think people that don't necessarily know business models or just in general understand the term, because it is an acronym, so people may not know what it stands for. It stands for Chief Executive Officer. It's kind of like the acting officer, the person at the top of the tree, that helps make decisions. You might have general managers that are right below them and things of that nature, other corporate level positions. So again, I use these terms lightly because we are a new business. Like, technically in the business world, like, me being a CEO is not the same as like Mark Zuckerberg being a CEO or something like that. But I am technically the acting chief executive officer and also the owner and also the primary founder. So Arcane is my baby. I've seen it since the beginning. It was actually, I usually say that we started around August, but it was actually a little bit sooner than that, like before that in the year of 2015. And but we'll get to that. So anyways, who are we? We are I hate to give these titles to it, especially because these are the Twitter titles that kind of rope you in a little bit, but we are, this is fact, a multi-platform esports organization. What we do is we like to harbor players, harbor talent, and we play on all different kinds of platforms. And we have teams, and that's what we do. We have single individual players for Smash, we have teams for CSGO, all different kinds of games. I don't want to list them because it might be subject to change, but that's what we do. So what do we do? That kind of carries over into the what. But what we do is we harbor talent, we harbor players, we build our brand, we become something bigger than just a color or a logo or a series of people who want to be in a group. We become like an entity. So we are an esports brand. We're constantly looking to be involved in content creation and tournaments and such. And that's the other thing. Like content creation is a big one for me, and it's such a new idea for Arcane, being about a 6-7 month old company. And we're gonna get there. It's all about that progress and those steps that you take to improve, and that's what we're working on right now. Not just myself, but the teams and everybody of that nature. So that's what we're doing. That's what my focus is going to be for a large portion of 2016, and just to try to carry that trend. Content creation. We don't make product. You know what I mean? We do sell products, but we don't make it. So you have to understand, our product, in a way, is going to be content creation. So when, man, that's an interesting one. Well, let's go. We'll start with there's two kind of answers for when, I guess I could say. When we started, I like to say around August of 2015. The reason I say around August is because I had actually opened the Twitter account like months before, I think like around June. But we didn't really do much, and we had a different name. I was like trying to understand how to develop a site that I was comfortable with. And I didn't know where to start, you know what I mean? Like, me coming from Infinite Crisis, if you guys don't know, was a competitive game I played. It's no longer around. Anyways, we had our first team in there. It was kind of like a bunch of friends of mine who had made their team, and I was supporting them. They were our first name, technically, under our organization. So we didn't have a lot going for us, Our original Twitter tag was Esports Arcane. That was a bit odd. I actually don't mind it now, but I think a lot of industry standard for competitive gaming organizations like the GG, I think it was started by Cloud9, I might be incorrect, and I didn't like the way at Arcane Esports looked. I don't even know if it was available, but it had two E's next to each other. I couldn't take it. Like Arcane into the word esports, or you use one E for both words. I didn't like it. So, anyways, we were our Esports Arcane. We had a free website somewhere, and it just wasn't that good. So, we really kicked in operations in August, and I don't really want to just ride down the history of everything, but we had some teams here and there. And then I want to say, with our acquisition of our Smash players and really working within the Smash community is where we kind of have started to take off. And it's not our only focus, which is something I'm really proud of, because we do have some like hardcore fans out there, like fans that actually pay attention to what we're doing. And they're not turned off by our presence in other games, which is really good, because we aren't just a Smash community or a Smash team. We are going to compete in lots of other games and make videos for other games and do vlogs, and you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be just Smash or just a single game, and that's what the big picture is. We're gamers. We like to do all kinds of things, and that's what I want to bring to the table here. So, where all across North America and Europe, who knows? Maybe someday we'll branch out farther than that. We have 2 European rosters currently. We have a bunch of North American players. I'm based in Texas, so we got other players in Texas, other players in California, other players in Florida, so we're everywhere. Who knows? Maybe that'll change. Maybe we'll have a team house someday, and that where will be very different. Why? It's why I'm going to hit on my perspective of why, and why am I here? Why am I doing this? I'm 23 years old. I'm an ex-competitive player for lots of games, never really a professional in anything. Played Gears of War competitively a lot. Played online some League of Legends tournaments, played Infinite Crisis competitively, played Heroes of the Storm competitively. I've done a lot of competitive stuff, but I never really broke through. I always loved entertainment. Just myself personally, I love movies and music and the art form of entertaining. I love comedy and content creation in general. I really look up to a lot of content creators out there and specific teams that have built from that standpoint. So that's the why. I mean, why is it's my passion. I don't mind working a 9 to 5, but I would much rather turn this into a career in like 5 to 10 years. You know what I mean? Why not? So why is because I had an idea for a brand. It was a specific brand that wasn't really out there, and while anybody can really start up their own esports organization, I've learned so quickly. I'm learning the business. I'm learning our model. I have, I'm writing up personal contracts. I'm getting them reviewed. I'm doing all of this majority by myself. The majority of it's by myself, but I'm learning so much. I love to learn from others. I'm just passionate about the model of esports, the growth of esports, and I mean, esports, that term didn't even exist when I started competing when I was 13 years old, almost 10 years ago. So, and how? Strictly off of the back of hard work and passion and dedication of our players, of the supporters who follow us on Twitter, partners that we partner up with, anybody that gives us support, and anybody who watches and is also passionate about esports. If you're in a stream chat, if you're on a stream and you see us, we're at an event, whether you're rooting for us or not, you are a supporter. So we thank you for that. So Arcane Esports is on the rise. We are, trying to burst into the world that is esports. I mean, we're in a very amateur esports organization currently. I'll never put up there that we're premier or professional until I feel like we've hit that point. And we have a lot coming for us. We have a lot coming in terms of content creation. I'm really excited. I'm personally going to try to push out. I don't see any excuse why I can't push out 1 to 2 videos a week. Now, that doesn't always necessarily mean it'll be on the Arcane channel or my channel again. You guys know where this video's at. I don't. But I can do it, and I think I will do it. And I would love to be, a content creator on top of an owner, on top of things. I have an opinion a lot about esports, and I think that's primarily what the CEO show will be. But, like when something in League of Legends happens, whether it's controversy or a specific uprising, if I paid attention to it, if I'm interested in it, I'll probably create a video over it. There's esports controversy all over the place. There's esports news. I think TSM acquired a Call of Duty team today. That's interesting. That's very interesting to me. I don't necessarily know that I'll do a video just on that because I just touched on it, but it's very interesting and very exciting to see the expansion of esports in the world, whether it be for a single organization, a single team, or just a set of players, what have you. So I think that's about it for me. And as always, I guess I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.